I've been traveling for 108 years, spanning 28 light years in distance. I have no connection to HQ, my fuel is at critically low levels, but luckily we're going to be approaching a planet that's not trying to kill me, though some of the crew did die, and I'm 138 years old. And the AI on board has ejected me. So where do I want to land? The volcanic rift? The mineral fields? Well, we'd like to get there, but first, it's the landing site. As far as where we can land our hub, well, there's not a whole lot of options, mainly because of this creep vine. This thing is spewing out a plant-like organism that is, well, it's trying to kill me and keep me from meeting my profit quotas. But we've built this beautiful dome on this hostile planet, and it's time to build a refinery to get that money. You gotta remember, I'm 138 years old. This is what I value. Let's get some power. Now the cool thing is I can build these things and they're effectively like 3D printed in real time. Now what we're gonna need though is a unit factory to get out a mining vessel. And here it is. Welcome to this planet. He's such a cute little thing. And like those little blue eyes on the top makes it look like he's got a little mouth and eyes. And he's very hungry for minerals. That being said, it seems that this Calyx plant is dormant, at least for the time being. If we can clear it off in 20 minutes, well, we win. So let's do that. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is start chipping away at these plants by building a sentry gun. A little machine gun turret. But effectively, these things, they're sort of like Tesla towers. It reminds me a little bit of They Are Billions, a little bit of Command and Conquer combined. It's a beautiful little RTS. And this is the Calyx campaign playtest, by the way. So we're gonna speed up until we can get 80 gold. And we're gonna need an ore transport. Effectively, like, we can't run this empire unless we're generating profits for our completely benevolent overlords. Rocket goes up, we get money, we can get another harvester, and we can generate profits even faster, and then we'll build that unit factory to start getting some tanks to kill the plant. And then we can rescue and connect to the uplink. Now from here, the situation's pretty simple. What we're gonna wanna do is get some tanks and kill this Calyx plant. With the Calyx plant out of the way, all of the plant growth in the area is gone because, well, that's how it works. I'm not a scientist, I'm a miner here for profits. So we'll connect the uplink to our power grid here, and we'll inactivate our rocket ship, and then from here, we'll activate the uplink, and that should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Once this thing's charged up, well, we're off to the races. Oh, cool. A giant, I guess, laser transmitter? But mission 1 is completed, but we've got more. Now we move on from probation after talking to this AI telling us, hey, profits are important. Because we don't have a connection to Earth or whoever it is who sent us from wherever they are. Alpha Centauri, Sirius system, the Sol system, I don't know. Without connection, the mission is simple. Continue to mine. I love this. Hostile activity is negative, but the outpost viability is only at 23%. Not a lot of hope for me, is there? But we've made it to the southern canyons, and we can continue business as usual. So here's the Calyx vitus, and this one's gonna be growing towards us. So I think what we're gonna wanna do is pick one of the mineral deposits, wait for our hub to be constructed, get our miner, and then create one sentry gun. And by what I actually mean two, to get us started. Now, once this is done, we should have enough to start creating that, getting some money, and then from there, well, once again, we are off to the races. Now, we'll want some power, and you don't need to create a grid if you just connect the buildings to each other. Now, we're gonna wanna beat this in under 20 minutes, and I think we're gonna be able to do that quite easily. First, we need to get 300 ore to get our rocket. The plant seems to be spreading. Oh, we know about this. We have dealt with this before. But look at that. The plant, the Calyx, is just spreading everywhere. Let's see if we can stop it with these machine guns. And we'll actually create a third machine gun. But the machine guns are going to lose their effectiveness when we start dealing with these woody root systems. They're going to want to spread, and then these giant thick ones, oh yeah, those are the ones you're going to want to worry about. Because when it comes to the Calyx, Cali, I don't know what the plural is, size does matter. But there's our rocket of profits. So we're gonna get our second refiner out there. And once we can save up to 220, we can get a second refinery going. Now at this point, I think we're doing an okay job, but we are gonna need heavy artillery and we're gonna need it soon. So a factory is definitely in order.
Yes.
We'll set the rally point to the front lines. And it's time to start producing the bulwark tanks. Now, those things have some really, really good firepower. They kind of remind me of Command and Conquer's Goliath tanks. Now, the other thing that we're going to want to do is connect our power grid to these harvest boosters. We'll activate them. They're probably going to be a giant power draw. Oh, yeah. We're at negative power. But we did technically activate them, so at this point, we could just go straight for the victory condition, which is to eliminate the Calyx plant. Now, the Calyx plants, there's going to be all different sorts the further we go.
You got it.
And there it is. Mission completed with 3 bulwark tanks. Now, the ship's eye is saying thank you, but I'm a little displeased because the planet and the plant on it was attacking me. And now the ship's AI is saying we're going to have to develop more weapon systems in order to defeat the plants because, well, profits. And we've got access to technology. This is what I was hoping for. Now, I think the first thing we're going to want to do is deploy with a free harvester. And you know what? Deploying with a free ranger sounds pretty juicy as well, but we're out of research points, and look at this. We'll have to unlock 18 more technologies before we can get into the 2nd or 3rd or 4th epic, but I think for this playtest, they're probably outside of what we can expect to get. So we can either do the Tormentor, and it looks like there's 2 Calyx plants. Oh, and there's research points spread around the map. I like that a lot. So this is the mission we've chosen. We are surrounded on all sides by Calyx. We've got the easier Calyxa vitus, and then the more aggressive Calyxa propagare. I feel like I'm in Italy and I need some more pasta. But what we gotta do right now, before I think about all the things I want to eat, is we need to defend our elevated hilltop position. So we'll place that. Once that's done, we need to connect to this giant power grid. I've actually never seen this before. It's just a mega generator that's going to give me 100 free power. Beautiful. I love it. From there, we're going to want to get a mine going. Oh, yes. 100 power. And then that should allow me to get the rocket ship right off the bat for free. Now, since we're building the refinery over here, our free miner just popped out there. Oh, and we got a free... I forgot the free research tank. Now, I've got 170... credits still available, so let's get a second ore harvester out here to make us more efficient. Now we're out of our ore, which is what we're gonna need for defenses, so I'm a little bit nervous. So the first thing we want to do is figure out where we're gonna want to hold this choke point at. I feel like right here is pretty good, so if I could hold this line right here, then I can shoot on the sides as well, then I think we're gonna be doing pretty good. Now, we also have to hold and defend off this side. Oh. Uh-oh. What are you doing down here? This is a data archive with 50,000 HP, and the Calyx is going to spread and try to kill it, so I'm going to have to build a little Helm's Deep defense system right over there. I just love games where you're trying to, like, build up fortified defenses to help you survive something that's just swarming, whether it be zombies, Creeper from Creeper World, zombies from... They are billions, or here, these organic, crazy little critter plants defending their planet. There's just something about it. So we've got the minerals coming in. We're actually poor. 0 credits, 0 ore until right now. So we'll be able to get some of that coming in. And then I think with our next bit, we're obviously going to need some defenses here. And then from there, I guess we want to deactivate that, right? Until we have our defenses up. I'm going to need, I think, at least 3 towers. So you're going to come down here. Yeah, I'm going to need at least like 2 towers on each side, I think. Oh gosh, that's spreading quickly. The Calyx is fast approaching. Yeah, you bet it is. And then we'll start selling surplus ore to get credits and then build out another mine. Right now, we've just got the little tank here defending. All right, but by getting 2 refiners or 2 harvesters, I think we'll be able to do this. I want the 3rd one right here. This seems like it's a wider ramp to me. And then maybe we'll build the walls, unless the turrets are strong enough to hold. And I'm able to build a 3rd one. So what's our power usage? We're generating 150, so it must be 50 from the core, and then 100 from the mega generator. We've got 3 turrets to the north, 3 turrets to the south. We may have just bought enough time. Now what I need to do is protect this little guy down here. But I'm gonna need some pylons. So it's time to activate the ore transport. Now this one's the more dangerous one, but I've noticed that you can let the lesser aggressive Calyx take over and that'll keep the more aggressive one from being able to be in a position to attack. It's sort of like area denial in a way. So our first rocket just went up. We got our first bits of money. Let's build a tower on these hills because from what I can tell, for whatever reason, Calyx can't build on hills. It can't grow on hills. It's like the dumbest weakness, but I'm glad it is a weakness. Now with that turret defending, let's see, are we holding? We are indeed holding. I've just got to defend this research node. Oh, a Calyx root just leveled up. Oh gosh, to level 2, okay. That's concerning. And when we use the rocket, our power is pretty aggressive, but not overly aggressive. And we're almost able to get a second refinery out. All right, are we holding? We are holding. But the issue is, now that it's leveled up, it can start growing out and build little anchor nodes, which are going to be quite dangerous. So let's build out the defenses here and then start focusing on the next stage. We have Helm's Deep. We have Edoras. We've got everything we need. And I've got my second refinery up. I am feeling good. Once we get that refinery, we're going to get some good money. Now, all this has happened in about about 6 minutes. And we need to finish this in 30 minutes to get some extra research points. Now, once this next bit comes in, we're going to buy another refiner. And power could be in a little bit more of a secured position. One of our bonus objectives is actually to store power. My current maximum is only 5,000. We want to store 15,000 power. So we're going to need some batteries. That's a little bit of a bummer to have to spend money on batteries. Oh gosh, one of those nodes is getting pretty close. So I'm going to build another tower down there. So our first battery is going to go down, and that should allow us to save up another 5,000. So 2 batteries are required for the sub-objective here. Oh wait, do I have room to put this thing in? I don't know where to put this guy. Oh, here he can go right here. Okay, yeah, that's an interesting situation to be in. I've got a second battery that should achieve the bonus objective, and now we just need to start getting more money to buy bulwark tanks. Those are going to be so much better than these weak little rangers. Aha! All right, so we got to lose less than 5 units, and we've got about 18.5 minutes to destroy all 4 of the Calyx nodes. Oh, that's cool. You can repair this. That's convenient. So I've got 2 bulwark tanks and a third one on the way. And where's the information? But we should be capped on units. There we go. We can only command 20 different units. I guess our AI capacity is somewhat limited. But from here, we'll destroy this one and flank immediately down to the bottom and kill this. And then just maybe go back up and get this guy before we take out the easier one. So let's see. About halfway through our time on 2x speed here. Oh, and here's the dust storm. Oh gosh, I forgot about the dust storm. That's why they wanted us to have this power backup. So that's going to be interesting. Okay, and it does stretch our power grid, but the battery backups are exactly what we needed. Yeah, these things are dangerous. You can see some of our units taking damage. I would love to do an attack move, but I don't think you can. Basically, attack move in old RTS was just A and then click over here, and they'd attack anything in their way as they made their way over to the end point. But I'm not sure that's a thing here. And I can build 2 more tanks before we'll be unit capped. So we might as well get the maximum army here. I mean, I thought we would be through this in no time, but you've unlocked a command limit upgrade in the tech tree. That's cool. Oh, look at these mineral patches down here. So now the question is, can we defeat this thing? Can we defeat 4 in 10 minutes? I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that. 2 units just died. Oh, here we go. Is this how it's done? Now we've lost 3 units and taken up an incredible amount of time. But we have defeated 2 out of the 4, and we're moving on to this easier one. While also simultaneously, you know what I want to do? Is I want to build a little turret over here. Because I feel like these little turrets might help eliminate some of the supplies, right? Where can I get another one in? Over here? To be able to, you know what? They'll be able to help a little bit. And we got the power. Yeah, I think the only thing that I need, and I'm not sure if it's in the game and I'm just missing it, is just an attack move function. Because I just want to automate them to attack over here while being smart and just attack anything immediately in the way. So let's see if there is one in the controls. And it doesn't look like there is. So micro control is necessary to command our units. Interesting. And the cool thing is your units will regenerate health when they're out of combat. So we got 6 minutes to destroy 2. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. I'm going to have to be a little bit more aggressive with this Southern Task Force. I love the little unit barks. That's just classic RTS, baby. Now what's happening over here? We're holding the line. I think once this one does die, we'll be able to blitz up here and attack it from the south in a flanking maneuver. All right, destroy this thing. It's still a level 1. It hasn't leveled up, interestingly enough. All right, so we've got, 4 minutes. I don't know. They're all worth 1 objective, so it's like, all right, go, go, go. All right, we gotta be more aggressive. We can do this, we can do this. It can't grow twice as fast because it's gonna have to defend from both sides. But man, that's scary stuff. Uh-oh, it's fighting back pretty aggressively. Where the fibrous roots are. A bulwark was destroyed.
Yes.
Dang it. We're not gonna get that, but we actually might miss out on both these objectives. All right, it says you lose less than 5. Oh, less than 5. Yeah, less than 5 needs to be less than 5. Okay. Well, now we have to push this. 28 minutes and 12 seconds. But we're coming in on both sides now. We gotta get this one. Since we sacrificed the 5 units, I think we've got it. Remember that these aren't crewed by people. There were 3 people on this original mission. 2 of them died in, I guess, cryosleep or whatever. So there it is, mission complete. 1 sub-objective not completed. That is unfortunate, but those casualties were acceptable losses. And there was only the 1 sandstorm? I love these little timelines. Okay, there was quite a few sandstorms, 3 sandstorms. And now we can continue onwards. But before we do that, I want to see what you guys think we should unlock next for technology. Maybe kinetic damage upgrading 11% seems pretty good. And harvester capacity, maybe? A lot of really cool options. But anyway, this is the Calyx campaign playtest. Let me know if you guys want to see more, because clearly we have a lot more to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. What moon is that?